always tell people to seize every opportunity they have to gather information. This is because every information you gather at some point can save your life. It can save your life, it can save you time, it can save you money. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to yet another day where we discuss all things real estate, all things investment, and everything that can upgrade your life and your entire mindset. My name is Sisi Boma, and I am so excited to have this conversation here with you today. Now, today we'll be talking about something that a lot of people have not really taken proper cognizance of. And what is that? It's simple. It's the fact that because the world is a global village, like we say it, the world has now become a global market. Indeed. And to discuss this conversation with me, ladies and gentlemen, I have the rare privilege of having someone who I call a sales guru, someone who has done extraordinary closed deals of billions of naira and can relate to everything you want to say when it comes to selling an idea or selling a product here in Nigeria. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm talking about Dr. Femi Joshua. This man is a business strategist, an international speaker, a sales and real estate coach, and also an author. He's a certified trainer, a digital marketing consultant, and a nation builder. He has over 2 decades of experience in business strategy. So when I say he's the best person to have this conversation with, believe me, he is the best person to have this conversation with. Did I mention earlier that he's an author? Yes, he has his bestseller called The 48 Laws of Selling. Now, beyond corporate achievements, Mr. FJ, as he's usually called or fondly called, is the founder of the Femi Joshua Foundation, where he mentors youth, professionals, and community leaders to become much more than they ever expected that they could be. So to have him here is a privilege. And yes, maybe you want to ask me about Dr. Ory Martins. Well, sometimes you have to shift the game a little to get more from yet another person. Well, it's a privilege to have you here, Dr. Femi Joshua. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you. So today, what are we talking about? We want to look at what it is to sell in a competitive market. How to sell in a competitive market. And I did mention earlier that this is something that we all do not take time to think about, because a lot of times we feel like selling in a competitive market has something to do with marketers only. I think Dr. Femi has a different idea about that. Now, so let me ask you, when it comes to the idea of sales or selling, who are the people that should be concerned when we talk about sales? Is it the people who are marketers, the people who are sales reps, or the people who have one thing or one cause or the other related to sales? Or is it more than the few people we think are supposed to be involved in the conversation of sales and selling?
Now, let me please say this, that every one of us sells something. So, in my definition of selling, is beyond product. Someone can sell a service. Someone can sell idea. Someone can sell concepts. So selling is beyond just tangible product. In fact, let me break it down. If you go for a job interview and at the end of the day you didn't get that job, you are not a good salesperson.
Wow.
Because you couldn't sell yourself well to the panel. That's why they call you that. So what that means is that no job offer, no job interview can become an offer when you are not able to sell yourself well.
Interesting.
And no meaningful marital relationship can be a reality if the man did not sell himself well to that beautiful lady out there.
Yeah. Interesting.
So
Yeah.
I tell people, you propose to a lady, and after the whole day, the person just turn you down. It means that you are not able to sell yourself well.
Okay.
Though there's a place for rejection,
Mhm.
which is another conversation anyway.
Okay.
But as a salesperson, you can always know how to handle. Oh, I'm not interested. Oh, who do you think you are? So those things are, we can talk about those things later. But for the lady to be able to buy into you, it means that you are able to effectively sell,
yourself.
which means you have to script your conversation.
Oh.
So every one of us is selling something. When I see good sales, when I see pastor that has good salespeople, I know them.
Okay.
So we all, and that's why I tell everyone around me that number one skill everyone must have is the ability to sell. And in a simple definition, what is selling? Selling is influencing someone to buy into your product, idea, concept, and service.
I love that. I love that. Now, I've never really thought about it from this perspective, but to see it as, even in the concept of marriage, it makes sense now to me because, imagine when things go crazy sometimes and you hear either the man or the woman in a marriage say, this is not what you told me, oh.
Exactly.
This is not the marriage, or this is not the life you promised me. Somebody sold something.
Yes.
Somebody sold something. Or sometimes, one of the partners making one believe that this is a trait or a character that I have and the person does not later see. And that is why some people even sue people in marriages, that there was a breach of contract. Interesting. Oh, I love this conversation. I love where it's going. Now, we've tried to understand selling or sales or on a general perspective, but the conversation says how to handle a competitive sales market or a competitive market.
Yes.
Or selling in a competitive market. Now, my next question will be, at what point does one now realize, or what are the makings that one can see to say this market is competitive, before you now start to look at the ways and the measures you want to take to survive that competitive market? So what makes up a competitive market?
Now, what makes up a competitive market means that more than one person is chasing a prospect. More than one person. And the business world currently is characterized by 3 C's: complexity, competition, and change. Complexity, competition, and change.
Yeah.
So I see, I'm still going to bring it down to everyday life.
Yeah.
We have a lot of young ladies today that are trusting God for a future partner. So that market
is competitive. Okay.
We have job seekers. We have graduates that are. Do you know how many people churn out every quarter looking for job? And there's a lot of demand and supply. So which means we have more than enough people chasing something. That space is competitive. In real estate, you are not the only developer talking to a customer. As you leave that office as a salesperson, as a marketer, somebody else is walking in and talking to that same customer. So the business world today is a competitive, which means there are so many sellers seeking for the attention of buyers, either online or offline. And that's why you go online today. As you are scrolling through your phone, one ad is popping up, another one is popping up, another one is popping up, because everybody is trying to get the attention of a prospect. So how to get the attention, how to win prospect is another conversation that we'll talk about. But the truth is, the world today is a global village. In fact, COVID came and changed our world completely.
Completely, yeah.
So the business world today is highly competitive. So it is those that understand the game that will get the numbers.
But that's lucky for us because we have you here today. And we're going to just skip right into it. And I want to tap into that knowledge that you will be sharing with us here today. Quickly, Doctor, share with us ideas, tips on how someone can survive, on how someone can sell in today's competitive market. Whether you're a salesperson or you are an everyday person, or whether you're a realtor, how can one sell in a competitive market? Let's hear from you.
See yourself as the number one brand in whatever you are selling.
Okay.
Because people buy people. Nobody will buy into your product before buying into you.
Wow.
A lot of times people, pay attention to their product. No, people buy into you first before they buy into your product. A lot of times people have talked to me to come and share my perception about branding, what is branding and all of that. In my own simple definition of what brand is all about, I say branding is the ability to be able to control the minds of the observers towards you. The ability to be able to control the minds of your observers. Do you know how many people observers will have per time and they are taking? So what is that one thing that will single you out in the crowd? So what that means is that either you are selling idea, product, concept, service, whatever it is out there, see yourself as the number one brand. Let people buy into you first. And once people are able to buy into you, whatever you bring on the table, people will buy. In my book, I made a reference to the law of likability.
So it's among the 48 laws.
It's among the 48 laws.
Stolen this one.
Yes.
Okay.
I was invited sometimes ago to come and share my thoughts on relationships, with some beautiful ladies in the room, all of that. I just asked them some few questions. Oh, I'm trusting God, nobody's coming, blah, blah, blah. I said, see, guys, I like to share with you what I call the law of likability. People don't just buy. They buy from who they know, who they trust, and who they like. At the end of that conversation, I told every young ladies in the room to increase their likability. Because when people like you, they want to come near to you, they want to buy your product, they want to buy everything. So one way to sell in the competitive market, I've been talking about the fact that you are the number one brand, that you need to, first of all, sell yourself before selling your product. So people buy from people they like. So you need to increase your likability in the competitive market. People will buy it. Number two, people don't just buy, they buy from who they know. Many of us are not visible. You are just winking in the dark. Somebody said, I posted online, or I did an ask. Nobody just buy. Nobody buy from strangers. You post once every month, or you post once every 2 weeks, and you want people to buy. Who are you? People buy from who they see, who they know. So a lot of times, and that's why in sales process, we have what they call the awareness stage.
Okay.
A lot of times people go out there, either online or offline, and you want to sell. No, you need to create I am this. Oh, I am here. Oh, this is what I do. Don't even sell. Because in sales process, we have about 7 stages. If I have time, I'm going to run through that sales process. Selling is 4th stage in sales cycle.
Wow.
But people want to meet with you and say, oh, come and buy. Just go online. Hey, I'm from Joshua. Come and buy. Who are you? Nobody buy from strangers. They buy from who they know.
Okay.
Then number 3, trust.
Okay.
So to summarize that, the easiest way to sell in this competitive age is people must buy from who they know, who they like, and who they trust. If you can build those 3 traits, you can sell anything to anyone, even to strangers.
Okay. And that is first using yourself, putting
as
yourself
as the greatest brand.
Exactly.
Yes.
Interesting. Now we're going to come back to this conversation because there's so much to dig here. And speaking to a sales guru like this, it's going to be definitely endless. But before we go back into the conversation, ladies and gentlemen, I still want to let you know that while you are selling, you can find a way to sell anything that you invest in now. But making it easier for you is what Boeing Luxury Estates is looking at. And that is why Boeing Luxury Estate has recently launched the Boeing Buyback promo, the buyback plan. What does that simply mean? It means that you can get property from Boeing. The lowest amount is 3 million naira and above in locations in Port Harcourt, Abuja, and in Ondo State as well. Now, what is the offer? It's very simple. You can get your money back. You can get your money back plus interest after 1 year or 2 years or 3 years, depending on the contractual agreement that you have with Boeing Luxury Estates. It's simple. You can get up to 100% of your investment for the land that you have bought. That is yours. Depending on the contract, of course, terms and conditions apply. After 2 years, you can get 100% of your money back. So imagine that the least amount is 3 million naira and you are able to secure a property from Boeing Luxury Estates for 3 million naira, and in the next 2 years you get paid 6 million naira for that property. Now you can buy a property and say, oh, I want to do this investment, but later on you change your mind and say, I don't want to do the investment anymore, I want to use the property for myself. That is also very available. So check out the Boeing Buyback plan, and it's something that a lot of people are getting into right now because it is one sure way for you to be able to sell. You see what I did there? Yeah. So very quickly, go ahead and call the phone numbers and you can get all the information that you need. No, the phone numbers are 090-555-22236 or 090-555-22232. You can also check Boeing Estates on all social media platforms. Boeing Estates on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Twitter, which is now X. Boeing Estates. So the Estates has an S at the end and Boeing is spelled B-O-I-N-G. It's that simple, but it is one way for you to invest and still be able to sell seamlessly while making your profit. Like I said before, terms and conditions apply. Now, back to the conversation as I was having with Dr. Femi. And my mind is blown today. My mind is really blown. But we've talked about, what selling is, what a competitive market is, and we are going down a rabbit hole of, what are the first things that you need to do before you can sell anything to anybody at any time. And Dr. Femi has told us, you as an individual, you need to make yourself sellable first by making yourself likable, by making yourself trustable. I think I got that correctly. So you need to be someone that people like, you need to be someone that people trust, and you need to be someone that people know. Oh, I'm a good student. I'm definitely a good student. So that's one of the tips. But let's go deeper, Dr. Femi. What else does someone who wants to be a good salesperson do?
Okay, let me quickly reframe that. What else do any seller? Because sometimes when you mention the word sales people, people assume that all these orcas. And let me also try to explain that. You see, a lot of times people always mix up sales, selling, marketing, all those. Let me just quickly narrow it down. Salesperson is a seller, trying to convince someone to buy. Marketing has to do with the activities that are involved before you sell. So marketing, somebody says, I want to employ marketers. Marketers can't bring money for you. They can only bring awareness. So there's a difference between marketers and sales people. Sales guys are the guys that are really involved in the engagement and conversion. So for instance, all these people that distribute flyers don't convert. They create awareness. So if you employ marketers now and they put flyers about Boeing. They are creating awareness, but there's still a need for some people to be engaged, especially when you're selling product that has value. So marketing has to do with the activities, while the sales is the real engagement that brings the conversion. So having talked about, some of the things that you need to do, in addition to this thing I've talked about, you need to understand sales process. And sales process is 7 universal process. Number 1 in sales process is lead generation. Lead generation. The starting point to sell anything is to identify who are my target audience. Your product is not designed for the universe. We have over 8 billion people on the earth today. Your product is not designed for 8 billion people. So when you understand who are my target audience, the product that I have, for instance, I know Boeing has different products, and one of the products is actually luxury.
Yeah.
In Port Harcourt, you can't go and sell a luxury product in one village and ask them and buy. They don't even understand what they're talking about. So you need to be told. So the first thing is, who are the target audience? That's the first process in sales. Number 2, you need to develop a relationship. As a sales veteran for about 20 years, I tell people, especially if you are selling high value product, if you are not selling pure water, people don't just, so before somebody will drop 1 billion on the table for you, or 100 million, or 50, even 10 million, there's a level of relationship you have built with these people. So I tell, if you are able to identify your target audience, online or offline, don't even tell them this is what I sell. Try to build, let them be comfortable with you first. Before you even sell anything. Because there's some people, when you meet them for the very first time, and all you is your head is, this one, I will sell. And you just start presenting your product. So sometimes you lose that person forever. Build, it could even be, nice shirt, you're looking good. Build the rapport. Then you can, So the next sales process is asking questions. It's called need analysis. If you don't ask questions, you don't have what to present on the table. Yes, you have a product, but what if the customer has 1001 of that product?
Exactly.
You just go and, if I decide to call labor loss, you just waste. So ask question. For instance, sir, if you don't mind, what are your investment options? Or do you have your investment open? Or if you have opportunity, which area for record do you want to invest? Ask question. Based on the response, you will now say, okay, thank you, Mr. Customer. You've talked about the location, all of that. Thank God we have such on our portfolio. It will make the work easier for you. So presentation of product is the 4th stage in selling, not the first stage. And that's why people are always missing it. Build rapport. See, I tell people, I am not in a hurry to sell. This guy. I tell people, for instance, if you meet Dangote in an elevator today, what we tell him? To come and buy land in Port Harcourt?
Of course not. Of course not. Going by what you have said, I think the best thing to do if you meet Dangote in an elevator today would be to get familiar with him
and even
make him comfortable with you before proceeding.
You can even make a statement of one major achievement this guy has made the last 10 years. There'll be a connection. So you don't sell comfortably if there's no strong connection. It's called building rapport with people. You see, a lot of times I go to offices to go and sell. Many years ago when I was in MTN, I'm not an what's it called, Arsenal fan. Once I enter your office and everywhere I can see Arsenal logo, that day all of us were Arsenal fans. Because people want to buy from their friends. So you're able to build a connection. So the 5th stage in sales is handling objection. See, there's nothing you sell on this planet that people will not object. Oh, it's expensive. Oh, I'm not interested. Oh, I don't have the time now. Let's talk later. All kind of excuses. But the truth is, I tell sellers, see objections as a concern that must be addressed. Don't see it as, oh, this guy, can you imagine, he just insulted me and says he's not interested. No. Sometimes somebody needs more information. That's why they're objecting. Or maybe they don't have the money at that time, or something happened.
Or maybe their mood.
Maybe their mood. So I tell people that, see, objection handling, if you don't handle it well, you have wasted your time from the beginning to the end. Because you are not able to, somebody say, oh, I can't talk now. Oh, sorry, Mr. Customer, you can't talk now. What best time do you think I can call back? You don't just bang. Say, oh, sorry, sir. You don't. So always learn objection handling, or objection handling is a skill. There are deals that you have closed, that you have done everything possible, and just for the month to pay, we'll tell you a story.
Yeah.
Those are the things that you need to learn how to manage. We're talking about. Then you now close the deal. After you're able to address the concern the person has raised, maybe about your product, it could be about your company, it could be about so many things can happen. People have experiences, people have all kind of things.
Yeah.
So once able to manage that, you will now close the deal. Then the last stage is referral. Close. Now let me say clearly for everyone listening, watching me out there. Closing the deal or losing the deal is not the end of any sale.
Oh, really?
It's the beginning of a new sale.
That's an interesting perspective.
And I'm going to give you a very particular example.
Okay.
Something happened yesterday. Part of what I do in my company, I also sell. I sell for other companies, yes. There's a deal I've been working on the last 2 weeks, right? And we hit the rock yesterday. I felt so bad. I'm not joking. This deal, I have projected on how I'll go and spend like 5 days in Transcorp. I'm not joking with my family. From the commission I'm going to earn from this deal. The deal is in billions. And the commission too makes sense. But yesterday, boom!
Hit the rock.
Oh my goodness. Almost messed up my day completely. But as a salesperson over the years, I have built this capacity that anytime I'm out there to close any deal, when I receive yes, it's fine. When I receive no also. So I prepare for yes and no.
Your shock absorber.
So when the no came, oh my goodness, everybody's mood changed. But I told myself, closing the deal or losing the deal is the beginning of a new sale. As I talk to you now, we're already talking to another customer on the same
deal.
Well, we have lost that one. But now, yes, the same customer, but we have revived it the other way, and we are starting a new conversation. So anytime you lose a deal or you close a deal, is the beginning of a new sale.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful.
And finally, the referral, which is the last stage. So when you close the deal, always ask, oh, sir, if you don't mind, you have another people around you that will be interested in this one. So in summary, number 1, lead generation. Number 2, building rapport. Number 3, need analysis. Number 4, presentation. Number 5, close the deal. Number 6, handle objections, close the deal, and get a referral. 7, universal sales process.
Please, a round of applause for my doctor. A round of applause for Dr. FJ. This has been so enlightening, and I'm sure this is something that people go to school to learn, and we have learned in less than 30 minutes, and we cannot thank you enough for your insights today, Dr. Femi Joshua. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, we're slowly calling it a wrap on today's conversation. It has been so edifying. I think somebody needs to take a screenshot of this particular conversation and hang it on the wall. Yes, but don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, that this conversation has been brought to you thanks to Boeing Luxury Estates. And we do this all the time, bringing insights to people, elevating their mindsets, and, just everything around your life completely. Don't also forget that Boeing is still giving you that offer we call the Boeing Buyback Investment Plan, where you can buy a property and get either 40% or 100% of your money back in 1 or 2 or even 3 years. You want to get into that really quickly and you want to also reach out to Boeing, please, you can call the phone numbers 090 555 2236 and 090 555 2232. You can find a Boeing Luxury Estates office at Left Wing Hotel Presidential in Port Harcourt, at Bar Road, Port Harcourt. So, ladies and gentlemen, we'll draw the curtains here. Thank you so much and have a beautiful rest of your day. Bye.